Yo, what is up, NPL fans? Shadi, your coach of Bayern Munich, and welcome to NPL Season 7, Week 3. I'm gonna have to be a little bit quiet for this one because people are sleeping now, so I don't want to wake them up because I'm trying to be a nice person. That's a lie, but I'm gonna have to be quiet. Regardless, this week we're the win. We're on to it, which is the first time in my career, I'm pretty sure, and it's very sad. We wins Razor Wolf and his Chicago Bewears. He's a really good friend of mine. He's a great dude. I highly encourage you to check him out if you haven't already. Link will be in the description below, as always. As he is that lovely guy, along with all the other NPL links and stuff. So make sure to go and check those out. But without further ado, let's just get into the matchup. His draft should be on screen right about now. I will not have my draft down until I make transactions because you know that it doesn't really work well with the NPL layout and stuff. So yeah. His draft consists of Megalovania, Mamoswine, Zurmel, Thundertea with Z-moves, Fortress, Entei, Mienshao, Chestnut, Frosters, Aerodactyl, and Klinklang. So a hard offense draft essentially, with I guess Chestnut sprinkled in there, and everything else supports the offense. I guess Chestnut still does, but like Chestnut is, yeah, okay, yeah, it's just an offense draft with a few options to be a bit more bulky. That being said, I do think I have an okay matchup, not as bad as the last 2 weeks, or the week after this, I guess even. But yeah, it's manageable, I think. Might even have the slight edge in this one, but yeah. As you can see, for the third winning week in a row, there's no Volcarona, and there is a Floatzel, so I'll explain it in a sec, but let's just start off the team with the first one on my team, Shimada the Weezing with the Rocky Helmet, Levitate as the ability, Sludge Bomb, Flamethrower, Toxic Spikes, and Toxic, just max defense. This thing is actually incredible against this team because it checks so much on this team. It checks Mamoswine, checks Zurmel, Fortress doesn't do anything to it, can take it from Entei and Toxic it, can hard wall Mienshao, hard wall Chestnut, take anything from Aerodactyl, deal with Klinklang. All of those are Pokemon Weezing can take on. Obviously, I can't take all of them at once. I can't even take like 2 or 3 of them at once, but I can help. It can help definitely. So that's why I have the Rocky Helmet, because I'm not gonna Black Sludge is gonna help me really, and I'm much rather just get damage off on things with the Amulet, and that help my offensive threats get in there a little bit more easier. So another thing is he does not have a ground poison, and a lot of his team really doesn't like T-Spikes. So it kind of depends on what he brings, but generally T-Spikes are pretty nice against him. They affect Mamoswine, Zurmel, Entei, Mienshao, Chestnut, Frostlass, and that's it. But yeah, if he brings let's say Mamoswine, Zurmel, Entei, and Mienshao, which I can all definitely see coming, T-Spikes are gonna be really nice. And his only removal is a Fortress, which is a Fortress. Well, his only removal that wants to be removal. Of course, he's Aerodactyl and Megaladios for defaulting respectively, but so that's that. Toxic is there to catch Megaladios on the switch in. Maybe catch, maybe hit Thundertea or Aerodactyl up with it as well. Or maybe if I decide to not get up T-Spikes in the game, which is entirely possible, again, depending on what he brings, depending on how the game goes. Just slapping on a Toxic over something might just be a little bit more useful than going for a T-Spikes. So, that's Weezing. It's super important. This game has a fantastic matchup. One of the first things I saw this week. And yeah, we'll see how it does. So next up, of course, we have Amarin, the Mega Kangaskhan with Scrappy before Mega Balls, which literally doesn't matter. But Parental Bond, of course. Return, Work Up, Sucker Punch, and Fire Blast. With 108 HP, 148 speed, Jolly Nature, and max attack. That's enough to outspeed Adamant Entei. Of course, I could run Adamant and just speed type, but I'd want the bulk anyway, so like speed type is not even worth it. So yeah, I'm just gonna be Adamant. I still Jolly, sorry, and still speed Mamoswine and everything else relevant. Not Klinklang, but I said relevant. So it just doesn't do anything against my team besides the total Weezing around and other stuff on my draft. So don't think that's coming. And Volcarona, Skarmory, and stuff. So yeah, not great. So this thing actually has a phenomenal matchup as a +1, maybe even +2 if I somehow get there. Most things on his team just drop. Vista Fortress just straight up dies to a Fire Blast, Spirit Fortress dies to a +1 Fire Blast. And most things that cannot speed me don't want to take a Sucker Punch, barring Mienshao. So Mienshao is the one thing I really need to weaken. In one of my mocks I faced a bulky Rocky Helmet Aerodactyl. It was one of my first mocks when I had a different team, and I got fucking annihilated in both of my first 2 mocks because my team was just not good. Then I made changes, and I'll explain in a sec. But yeah, I think puts in a ton of work against this team. Fire Blast over Fire Punch because Chestnut and Fortress don't take Rocky Helmet damage if they have one, so that's neat. And yeah, with Workup, I fire up both attack sets, and I can after prior chip damage I can kill a Chestnut with Fire Blast +1. That's why I have Workup. Plus Power Punch would of course make me a bit open to Rocky Helmet users. Yeah, and with Workup, I'm not. So. Next up, we do have Bennington, of course, as Asymptote. Rest in peace, Chester Bennington. I'm sad. Whatever. Starting next week, if I bring Asymptote every week, it's gonna have a sad face next to it. It's gonna be this or something like that. But for now, it's without. We have Leftovers Water, so of course, Stealth Rock, Scald, Icy Wind, and Toxic, max defense with Rules Bedef, which gives me a really good chance of living 2 Psychics from, I think, uninvested Megaladios, if I remember correctly, just in case he's a bulky asset. I'm able to take 2 and just get Toxic off and stuff, and that'd be cool. Emergency switching. As you can see, I don't have a Dragon Resist this week. I had Comfy originally, but that changed. Yeah, so. Sabotage is there because I need rocks. This team is really weak to rocks. Well, I say really, depending on what he brings. Flinty, Entei, Frosters, Aerodactyl, all weak to rocks. It's 4 things. Fortress Sturdy gets broken. Chip damage and everything else is nice. Mienshao and Chestnut being the only thing, and Klinklang being the only things that resist them. So rocks are super duper nice against this team, and I want to keep them up. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to pressure the Fortress just about enough, or keep myself around to just get them up again. So Toad also, of course, helps me with Mamoswine, Zumel, and Entei, even to some extent. I'm fully expecting Entei to have some kind of grass move, whether it's natural gift grass, whether it's power up solar beam, whether it's HP grass, doesn't really matter. Either way, I'm gonna scout for that with my Latias, so that doesn't really affect me. I'm not too worried about Entei realistically. And yeah, Toad is just really nice against the team, and that's that. Then we have, okay, this is where I have to start about how I changed the team. So initially my Latias was a default set because I had Volcarona over Floatzel. And I had Comfy over Pangoro at some point, I changed that around, and blah 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 blah. With Volcarona and with me having to defog constantly and Volcarona only working with rocks off, the team didn't work. His team is too offensive for me to rely on clicking defog. It just is, and I want to keep on my hazards too. So I cannot do that. I just can't waste a turn clicking defog. And just generally, I don't think I should, realistically. And no matter how the game goes, I don't think there'll be an opportunity where I'm gonna click defog. That's a good play right now. So Volcarona just didn't work out in any of my mocks, so I had to drop it off, put in False instead. And then I could also change the Ladia set because I didn't need defog as badly. Because I think I can prevent spikes just fine, even brings them. I think I can somewhat deal with it. So this is an amazing set because he does not have a Dark type Coalberry Latias, Dragon Pulse, Store Power, Roost, and Calm Mind with max speed, 220 HP and 36 in special attack. That is to take a +2 Timid Z Dark Pulse from Funny T. Yeah, if he's like dual lance set. So Coalberry is there to deal with Funny T. I wanted, of course, the Habanberry kind of for Megaladios because it's a massive threat and a bit of a broken Pokemon realistically. But I felt like Coalberry was more important because Funny T would just kind of rip through my team without this Latias. So this can help with After Rocks. Dragon Pulse is a 2 KO. Plus, if he's in Double Dance, which I can see Double Dance with Thunderbolt and Z Dark Pulse. That would definitely make sense, and that's probably, in my opinion, the best set he can bring against me. If he thinks he can weaken Shaman and Seismitoad, which, or just need to weaken one of them realistically if I bring both, and then use the Z-move on the other one. So, yeah, Funny T is a massive problem. That's all there is, really. And Latias is there to deal with it. I can Calm Mind on it, depending on its set. I can Calm Mind on Fortress, I can Calm Mind on Entei, Mienshao even, because Knockoff is going to do that much. I outspeed it, that's cool. And Scarf, if it's Scarf, it really doesn't do much damage to me. Even potentially Aerodactyl if it's a Rocky Helmet set, I can Calm Mind on, but it's probably going to have Toxic, if it is that set, so yeah. But yeah, if I Calm Mind or 2, maybe even 3, things are looking really nice for me, and Latias becomes an offensive threat for his team. And then we have Sydney the Pangoro. This is because Comfy wasn't working really well my mocks because it just didn't. So I opted to go with Sydney as Pangoro, Pangoro with the Choice Scarf. Choice Scarf? What? With the Choice Scarf. Because it gives me check to Megaladios. I just about outspeeded with this investment. And outspeed everything else on his team, barring the Aerodactyl, of course, as well, with the Scarf, unless he brings Scarf, which I don't think he will outside of me and Xiao. No, I don't think he's Scarf and Xiao. I don't think he needs Scarf and Xiao, really. Maybe Scarf Memo, but yeah. Scarf Bangor is just really, really nice. It takes some hits, and I have Crunch and knock off Crunch just because, you know, Mega Latios and knock off for spamming. And his only dark resists are Azumarill and Mienshao and Chestnut, and I would love to get rid of items in all of them. Drain Punch because stab, and it does a lot of damage to a lot of his team, mainly Mamoswine and Clink Clang if he does bring that. Aerodactyl doesn't love it. Mienshao obviously takes a million, and Gong Shot for Azumarill plus Chestnut. So I had Ice Punch here at some point. I wanted Parting Shot, but I feel like this is the double Dark side. It's a little bit better in this matchup. So Pangoro can be a late game win con for sure. If I weaken Steam enough, I can kind of spam Scarf, Crunch, Knockoff, Drain Punch, whatever it may be. Probably going to be Crunch, or Knockoff, probably Crunch. And that's super cool. So Pangoro gives me another win con, which is nice. So that adds up to 3. And then I wanted something else, natural speed, Megalodios. The only thing on my draft I can do that is, of course, Marcus the Floatzel. With a Choice Band, so this is another win con potentially late game. Choice Band, Water Veil, Waterfall, Ice Punch, Aqua Return. Return is there to treat KO Azumarill after Stealth Rocks. Gives me a really good chance to do so. And his only water resists are Chestnut and Azumarill, and Megalodios, of course. So if I can weaken all of those, potentially get rid of them. Banded Waterfall is looking really nice because it speaks his entire team barring Aerodactyl, which if it's bulkier, I don't think wants to speak Creep Floatzel. But I could be wrong. So, yes. Banded Floatzel looks really nice. It also gives me a nice check to Megalodios if it gets weakened. I can just come in, click Banded Ice Punch, and do damage. I opted to go with Ice Punch and Return over Ice Punch and Crunch because that would just be for a little bit 5% extra damage on Megalodios. And much rather be able to treat kill Azumarill because Azumarill is a threat. So, I don't think it's amazing against my team, but it's Azumarill, so it always has a decent matchup. But yeah, Bandit just has to kind of pick moves, and Belly Jet is probably not going to work when I have Shaman, Seismitoad, and Latias. So yeah, do I? No, okay, so I didn't speak with Seismitoad. So yeah, that's the team. I'm fairly content with it, I think. I'm glad I got rid of Corona because it just didn't work. I had a pretty cool set, but it just didn't work. So I'm gonna pause, and then we'll get right into the game. Okay, so here with the game, and as you can see, Razor decided to bring Mienshao, Funny Tea, Megalodios, Fortress, and Aerodactyl. Apologize for this video being, you know, as it frequently is super duper laggy, but laggy. But when my laptop is deciding to be a piece of shit again, which is a little bit upsetting, but you know, we're used to it by now. At least I am. I hope you are as well. I say hope, but you probably are as well. But so that means he didn't bring Mamoswine, Azumarill, Chestnut, Frostlass, and Clink Clang. Mamoswine and Azumarill are somewhat surprising, well, not really. Glad not to see Chestnut or Frostlass because those could have been pretty annoying. I didn't really have a good dedicated switch into Frostlass, though Kang should handle it pretty effectively. But I don't want to get Will-O-Wisp, so yeah, everything's still speeded though, so that would have been fine. But yeah, offensive Frostlass could have definitely been a pretty big threat to my team. I'm glad he did not decide to bring a Specs variant with like Life Orb with Will-O-Wisp. But yeah, so looking at this matchup, I'm just gonna lead off with my Seismitoad, expecting Fortress lead. But honestly, if I expected Fortress, I should have left something else. But I'm just going to use Seismitoad. I'm going to get my rocks. He goes into the Mienshao, or he leaves with Mienshao. My play is just going hard into my Weezing, because if he had jump kicks, I don't want to take the Seismitoad, and I get rocket damage off. However, he does turn out to be regenerated by this damage, which is good knowledge. He's not reckless, so that, you know, means less damage. And I'm going to just plop the Toxic on Latios. As you can see, what he brings is not really affected by T-Spikes. So, yeah, Toxic was just a play. He's going Megalodios there every time. If not, Funny Tea, and even that just takes damage. So I'm gonna go hard into Pangoro, as he's just gonna go for his best play, that is in fact the Dragon Pulse. And I'm gonna make a bit of an overprediction here. I'm gonna go knock off, expecting the Fortress to come in because they're gonna want to get rid of Blessing's item. And he's also gonna overbreak though. He's gonna go for the Dragon Pulse, expecting me to Parting Shot, expecting the Fortress to come in. I didn't have Parting Shot, so. Knockoff also was safe because it would bring the thing in Toxic range. I lose my Pangoro, but that's fine. Megalodios is gonna go down here, and that's one of the two biggest threats with Funny Tea gone. Speaking of Funny Tea, he goes into that now. I got my Seismitoad. I don't want to fuck with the thing. I just want to get my rocks with my own Seismitoad, but you know, I want to get my rocks, but I don't want to fuck with any T's. I'm just going with my Ladias. He goes for knockoff. Didn't want to take a grass or anything, so of course there. That is a clean 23%, which tells me he doesn't have attack investment more than likely. It's very interesting to note. I'm just going to go for the Dragon Pulse, so he's nothing he wants to switch in really. If he goes Fortress, I can set up on a thing, which is super nice. So I'm going to do a clean 45% Aerodactyl, which seems to be a somewhat bulky spread. So, you know, kind of what I was expecting beforehand. He's going to make a good play, go for the Toxic on my side, incoming side of the taunt. A little bit annoying, but what this means, unless he clicks taunt here, when Scald is a pretty free play for me too, so I wouldn't expect him to. I'm just going to get my rocks here as he goes into Thunder DT once again. And again, I'm just going to go into my Latias, because I can take pretty much any hit, barring him going for Z Doppels. Him not having attack investment is very interesting though, you know, it's notable for later on. But knockoff is going to come in, I'm going to not take anything, I'm just going to keep roosting up here. As you can see, he's going to reveal his Z move here. And that's Super Saiyan Sky Strike, and that does not kill me because he is not invested in attack. So, I want to eat it up, and what this means is I can just keep roosting, really. I'm going to roost up until I'm at a comfortable amount of health where I'm content with life and happy. So, you know, roost up back to basically full. He's going to stay in though, keep spamming knockoff, and at this point I'm still, I think, in range for a max roll crit, like absolute max roll. So, I decided to roost up one more time. Shout out to that one song, I guess. And Undertale comes in. I don't want to let this get toxic, like, at all. So I'm just gonna go into my Southern Toad again because I have float still. I have Ladies at full health, and rocks are up. So I'm not too worried about Entei at all at this point. So I don't need Southern Toad to check that in the slightest. So I'm just gonna say I'm gonna go for the Scald. He's gonna go for the Rock Slide Flinch, I guess. Not that he really has a switch in, but you know. I'm gonna go for the Scald. There's a 58%. I don't get the burn, which is really annoying, but not gonna complain at all. I'm just gonna keep spamming Scald because again, it's a pretty free play against his team. He's roosting, wants to stall me with the toxic damage. A little bit annoying that the thing is a pretty big annoyance to his team. I don't still don't get a burn, which is fine. And this is where he is in range to die for Scald. To die to Scald, even if he roosts, guaranteed. So I got min max rolls there. He's gonna go for Rock Slide. He's gonna get the flinch because why wouldn't he? I'm just kidding. But yeah, so this means if I get flinched again, this might actually be a bit of a problem. Do I get flinched though? No, Chester doesn't get flinched. So Bayern is gonna pull through, grab up that kill. Unfortunately, the Toxic is gonna be able to knock me out despite the leftovers right here. Rest in peace, Chester Bennington, I guess. I'm so sad. Didn't change from team build I did like 5 minutes ago. Anyway, but now at this point, the only thing I can go into that threatens my Mega Kang, like close my Mega Kang, is Mewnich, of course, which I have my Weezing for. So, I feel like Mega Kang is my best play here because I can prevent him from setting up anything, which at this point I don't think is set up variant, but you know, we'll have to find out. And I can take a hit from, and I can also speed it and just return it after Rockset has, I think, a chance to kill, like that, sure. At least he's going to do a million. I take the Sacred Fire and everything's fine. So, but he goes in the Fortress, which I can just Fire Blast. If he's Okka, that's fine. If he's Bedef, it's fine. He's going to live. If he isn't, though, I'm just going to murder him. So, I'm going to go 40 Fire Blast here, and that just straight kills him. What a beautiful sight to behold. Fortress just straight drops to the Fire Blast Mega Kang. And he's going to Flint T. And since he's uninvested in attack, I don't know what he is, but I feel like I can take a Superpower. And he's just going to go for Thunderbolt damage. However, he's going to really focus blast, and he's going to miss. I think I would have taken that. Could be wrong. I don't remember calculating it, and Thunder DT is just going to drop. So 2 kills for Mega Kang. But they definitely would have put me in range for Entei. So, yeah. But if that wouldn't have killed me, my play here would be just going into Ladias, because Ladias doesn't care about the thing. And I just start Calm Minding and just kind of win from there. You can go hard floats. So no, I would not be play. I mean, it would be, but not a good one because E-Speed. Unless he's banned, in which case I guess that's a play. So, yeah, if he hit, I would have just gone Ladias. I think I would have had the same differential if nothing went against me, really. Like, hacks didn't fuck me over or anything. So, yeah. But as you can see, I'm just going to stay in here, click return, hopefully kill him. Just about don't kill him. He's going to reveal EJ, so he was naturally against grass. And he's going to miss Sacred Fire. So, yeah, that doesn't really matter either because it wouldn't have killed me, even, I think. Yeah, Actually, no. With the +1 and the e-speed and shenanigans, that probably would have killed me. Yeah. Yeah, probably would have. So, yeah, it's unfortunate, but again, if he just hit the first focus blast, I would have gone Ladias and it would have been the same result, but yeah, really unfortunate though, because he could have gotten this down to 3-0. I'm just gonna go my Wheezing on the main show, I don't really care about it, and with the Rocky Helmet and the Satchel, I'm gonna get it off, unless he crits me, this is gonna be a 4-0. Don't get the poison, which, you know, would have made it a little safer, but he does not crit me with the last high jump kick. Gonna die to the Rocky Helmet, Wheezing picking up the last kill of the game, and it's a GG to Razor and a 4-0 for the Bayern Munich in week 3 of the NPL. So, yeah, GG Razor again. That was a game that happened. He didn't really have much for Ladias, honestly. Like, as soon as Megalodios went down, I could have kind of just won realistically. Obviously he had Toxic and Aerodactyl, so I needed to play around that, but other than that, he just really didn't have anything. I don't know what his fortress set was. I never got to see that at all because it just, you know, got canked. Which I think he said was a misclick. So that's also super unfortunate. I don't know what he was supposed to go into there, but regardless, that's unfortunate. Also, Floatzel was ready to just grab a kill whenever it came in, which is nice. So Floatzel, you know, didn't hit the field, but it was there in the back, ready to spice up the game and get some kills. But yeah, we're back on track. We win 4-0. That puts our differential at -2, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, MVP is gonna be somewhere between Ladias and Mega King, because Ladias did a ton of work. I guess Wheezing also deserves a shout out for pulling the game out of its butt at the end. Not really, but like saving the game, the differential and the stuff. And the thing's getting toxic off Megalodios, which was crucial. But also kind of denied Floatzel some screen time. So I don't know. But yeah, again, GG Razor, make sure to check him out, as well as all the NPL links in the description down below. Make sure to check out the PPL shop and stuff, so you can buy Mewnich shirts if you want to. And I think that's all I have for this week. Yeah, next week we do go up against my very good friend Trev CL, coach of the Houston Toxapaxons. He's a very good draft player. As I said, one of my best friends, and it's gonna be a great game. Though his team is absolutely terrifying. He's Megaglade, which kinda just 6-0s my team on preview, so that's gonna be fun for him, not for me. But yeah, and we might have some transactions in the future, who knows. So, with that being said, I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, leave some nudes. I will appreciate all 3 of those, and tell me what you think of the game, and the team and the stuff and things, and yeah, hopefully see you guys next time. Goodbye.